Now, White Pine County Daily News with Wyatt Cox.
11 minutes past 8 o'clock, your morning news from the state of Nevada, brought to you by Sahara Motors, home of the Touch a Truck promotion. Coming up July 4th weekend, you could win a Dodge Ram Tough truck. Stop by Sahara Motors for complete details. Yesterday's special White Pine County Commission meeting, less about understanding the budget and more about commissioners trying to prove themselves to be tight-fisted fiscal conservatives. In the process, they made themselves out to be grandstanding egotists. For 5 hours, they went through the budget asking questions that should have been asked previously, and in the process, tied up county employees. Well, finally, about halfway through, a couple of commissioners realized their efforts may have been counterproductive. Witness a portion of this exchange between County Commission Chair Janet Van Camp and Commissioner Tim Pauley.
We'd have to pull off every line item, a percentage on this thing all the way down to make a budget cut. We can't sit there and pick one single little thing off of this budget because these are all needed items that are just... So as we're running through this, all we're doing is we're pencil whipping this at this point.
Yeah, you are.
That's all we're doing.
And you could probably save less than $200,000.
At this point, yes, and I understand it. And this is where I'm coming back to this thinking, this isn't what my intentions were.
Okay.
You know?
Well, you've had 2.5 months to ask your questions, meet with Kathy, meet with the department heads.
If I had 2 years like you had and known this coming into
I wasn't on any of the budget information other than what you received 2 years ago. And it's only this year that I sit with Paula and Kathy and all the department heads, because we can only have 2.
So this is a brand new thing hitting this county commission this year.
No, it's brand new to me and it's brand new to you to sit in to do it like this.
She was never as involved. It has never been as involved until it was this year.
So here we are.
So
now we're sitting here having questions and trying to understand this, and we're getting mud thrown on our face because we're not fully on board.
Well, if you'd gone to all these department heads and sat in there, why do you do that?
Why do I do that? Why do I do that? I've been through this, and
But then you talk to them.
I've been
Have you sat and talked to each one of these individuals and asked them what goes on in their job? No, you haven't. Then they came in on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. You had ample opportunity to ask them your questions, and you did not, so that's on you.
Well, yes, it is in part. And on the other
No,
part
not
is...
in part.
Yeah, in part it is.
It's on her, it's on me, it's on him, it's on her.
And we're sitting here trying to go through this, and I seem like it's almost like a witch hunt right now. I've got the county, your citizens back here, hitting me on the shoulders, and all I'm doing is coming to the department head saying, hey, you know what? Can we roll these back a little bit? But we're going through this right now. We're pencil whipping. This is all we're doing, and that's my problem. I mean, if you're just going to do this one thing through all the way through the end of this,
Did you come with a list of? Did you come with the suggestions? Did you come with your list brought up saying, well, let's get rid of this, and let's get rid of her program, his program?
We can't do that. What I'm saying is the programs have literally increased in the last couple of years exponentially.
I understand that.
And it's not due to cost coming back at us from outside. Because if it was, the other counties that I have checked at would have had the same increase in cost.
We can only whip this dead horse so much. So
That's true.
So what is your suggestions? How many more days do we got to meet on this? What do you want to do? You want to come back next week, all week long, and discuss this? I'm waiting.
Well, yeah, if this is what it's going to take to come up with something comparable and feasible for this county, we're going to have to do it.
And the commission whittled off some of the budget, but finally got around to a second preliminary approval of the budget. Afterwards, a number of county employees, including County Clerk Nicole Steppe and Treasurer Catherine Backrick, were highly critical of the commission for not doing their work. You'll hear some of this coming up in a few moments. Meanwhile, a photograph has emerged of four of the county commissioners, Paula Carson, Tim Pauley, Hank Vogler, and Patricia Robinson, dining together at a local restaurant during a lunch break from yesterday's meeting. The photograph has been sent to the Attorney General's office as possible proof of deliberation outside of a public meeting by members of an elected body, which could be a violation of Nevada open meetings law. You can see the photograph at our Facebook page, facebook.com/KELY1230. The courts have set a new sentencing date for former Las Vegas City Councilwoman Michelle Fiore. In October of last year, a jury convicted Fiore on 6 counts of wire fraud and 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud. She could face up to 140 years in prison when sentenced on May 14th. Fiore collected money to build a police officer's memorial that never came to fruition. Fiore found guilty of pocketing donations. She maintains her innocence. In fact, she's suing for a new trial. The former Pahrump Justice of the Peace claims she had ineffective counsel the first time around. 8:17, that's your morning news from the state of Nevada. More on this city-county commission meeting coming up in a moment.
You see lots of commercials on television telling you to drive a little and save a lot. Dealers wanting you to drive to Salt Lake, Elko, Reno, and even Las Vegas. But ask them one question. What happens if there's a problem? Do you have to drive 3, 4, or even 6 hours to get service? Here at Sahara Motors in Ely, we service everything we sell right here in White Pine County. Shop here first, get our best deal, and you get that best deal by telling Maggie or Shauna that Wyatt sent you by. Then if you want, shop other places. When you account for the drive, you'll find that it pays you to be a part of the Sahara Motors family. Stop by Sahara Motors, just about a mile north of Ely on US 93.
Or call 775-289-4473.
Sahara Motors, we are White Pine proud.